Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. They come out here in the eye. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
On second down, Johnson. And he's brought down. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. So the D-line's going to spread out. On first and 10, it's Palmer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And this offense on your screen, one of the guys who knows how to win football games, Larry Fitzgerald.
Plenty of athleticism, but plays the game with incredible intelligence.
Second down now after the incompletion. Second and 10. It's Palmer again. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Charles Johnson off the edge. A long day for any offensive tackle.
Shipped together here from the D-line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. calling the penalty. It's Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
Let's go. Blues 58.
And Palmer gives to Johnson. And he cuts it right into space. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's second down. Here's the lineup and a big boy in the backfield, Tolbert.
It's real easy to look at him and immediately picture a bowling ball scattering pins. That's exactly what Mike Tolbert does.
Second down following the incompletion. To throw on second down is Newton. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's third down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And taken at the 46. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
Here's Palmer to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Carolina getting set to take the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. And that is caught by the rookie, Laquan Treadwell. A good pickup there at 22. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. And caught left side, Olsen. It's a pickup of 21. And that leads to a Carolina 1st down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st down, it's Newton. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. Now a first down throw for Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Newton. And the tight end Olsen, right side. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
Newton on first down. Finding time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Tyrann Mathieu knocks that one away. And when I'm evaluating guys in the game today, who has the best instincts, I'm not sure I put anyone ahead of him.
Really?
Yeah.
You put him up near the top?
I really do. The way that he plays, he almost doesn't have a position anymore. I don't care whether he's a safety, a corner, a nickel, a linebacker. He knows how to get around the football and make plays that affect the game.
Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. A good pickup there at 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, you plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. They got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. One of the newer Cardinals picked up from New England, Chandler Jones, in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Throwing on third down, Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jonathan Stewart, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Palmer on first down. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing now, Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Here's Newton now on second. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton gets it to Benjamin. It's caught, and they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
They come out here in the eye. Trying to punch it in. Stewart. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Newton, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Cam Newton with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16.
I think he's going to go. Michael Floyd, 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Floyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by dayg01 Buchanan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They go to Johnson again. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They come out here in the eye. And now a carry here for the fullback. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you think, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball, but when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there, handing to their big guy to pick up a first down.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on 3rd down.
5 defensive backs. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And we're back now in Charlotte. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd down, Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to...
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They start on the ground. It's a Stewart on 1st. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? They come out here in the eye. A first down carry here for Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. From the gun, it's Palmer. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Shipped together here from the D-line. Palmer gives to Johnson, and he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They come out here in the eye. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Let's go, let's go.
Now Palmer maybe not in love with the personnel or the call. He's going to take a timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
To throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Get ready. Blue team.
He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.
And now we've got a tie game after that touchdown. And you and I both know what that means. Extra point in this situation, this little time left, takes on some extra emphasis, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Now inside the final minute, can they get it and hold on? Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The intended receiver was Naquan Treadwell. And it's second down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, such a close game, a very big one. The intended receiver was Corey Brown, and that takes us from second to third down. Defense showing blitz. One receiver left, three to the right. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and they will score. It's a pick-6 for the Cardinals touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick-6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing deep.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Ted Ginn with 1 second remaining. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Cam looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he is in for 2 points. And barring some hijinks on the kickoff, we're going to be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day.